Today I've got a brand new fragrance from the house of ARMAF. This one is pretty cool. It's one of the new chocolate themed fragrances that ARMAF has come out with. This one is based on a popular Middle Eastern dessert that apparently originated in Dubai. This one's called Dubai Chocolate. It is a gourmand fragrance. It's got a good bit of sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. It's not feminine. There's a little bit of coffee and some other things that kind of balance out that sweetness. I think it's a very cool fragrance. Some of you are really going to like it. So we're going to get into a review, or at least an extended first impressions. But before we do, remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that. Also consider offering some sort of a Middle Eastern dessert, like perhaps kanafa, if that's the way to say it, or maybe some pistachio paste and chocolate, to the like button if you like the video, and we will get on with it. All right, so here is the fragrance. It is this one in the Odyssey bottle. I've got a number of these now, and there's way more than I actually have. It's such a strange design, but you know, I've made peace with it. I think it's kind of cool. These, you know, they have a decent atomizer usually. Puts out a good bit of juice, even though they're not pressurized, and pretty strong click on the cap. Yeah, that's a really good smelling fragrance. So right whenever you spray this fragrance on, you just get a ton of chocolate. And it is on first impression, it's almost something like I would think, I don't know if I'd want to wear that. I like smelling it, but it almost reminds me of like a scratch and sniff chocolate sticker from whenever I was a kid. Now, I'm old, right? So I'm talking about like late 80s, early 90s style scratch and sniff. But that is not all that there is to the fragrance. There's actually some other notes blending with that chocolate that when it sits on your skin makes it much more like a fragrance that I want to wear rather than just a chocolate bomb. So here are the notes. And as the notes are loading, let me also say that I did some research to try to figure out if this is a dupe or if it's just an original creation. And I did find some other niche fragrances that are based on the same thing, Dubai Chocolate, which I don't even know if I told you the name of this one. It's called Odyssey Dubai Chocolate, which is a real dessert that's famous in Dubai. And what I found is that these other fragrances based on Dubai Chocolate just have significantly different notes, so I really do think it's an original creation. So in this one, you have in the top coffee, pistachio, praline, kanafa, and hazelnut. Now the hazelnut and the pistachio and the coffee do give a certain kind of nuttiness and a dry kind of a quality to this fragrance that really does balance out that chocolatey sweetness. There's going to be some other very sweet notes that are going to come up in this note breakdown. It's definitely sweet, it's definitely gourmand, but it's not overkill, it's not sickly sweet. In the mid, you've got chocolate, vanilla, cardamom. I will tell you the cardamom almost comes off as like a fresh spiciness, almost like whenever I first sprayed it, I thought, oh, is that like mint chocolate chip ice cream kind of a vibe that I'm smelling? And sometimes cardamom can come off as almost more of a fresh spicy note than a warm spicy note. In the base, you've got caramel, amberwood, and tonka bean. So what you're getting here is a sweet, spicy fragrance, an oriental fragrance that is built around chocolate and this Middle Eastern dessert, which is kind of a pistachio paste with chocolate and some sort of like a dough or a crust or something. I've never had it, but I did do a little research online. I would like to eat it, having now looked into it. But anyway, so this one, it is, again, a sweet fragrance, but that cardamom as well as that nuttiness and that coffee do tone it down a little bit. And surprisingly, there's something in this one that reminds me a fair amount of, and I'm talking like maybe 20-25%, reminds me of ARMAF Odyssey Mandarin Sky, which is actually a dupe of JPG Scandal, I think the EDT. And it's not necessarily that they're related as much as they do actually share a couple notes in common. I believe Mandarin Sky also has a caramel note, probably has cardamom, but it has sort of a fresh, spicy, gourmand kind of a feel as well. And so this one is more of a warm, spicy fragrance, but I'm just saying I get a little bit more of sharpness from the cardamom, almost like you get from mint. And so there is definitely a fragrance chemical in this one that it shares in common with Mandarin Sky, because I don't own Scandal, but I have smelled Scandal, and although they are very close, the thing that hit me was this smells like Mandarin Sky, not necessarily like, this smells like Scandal. So anyway, chocolate overload with some spice, with some coffee, caramel, and that kunafa kind of dessert note. It is an interesting fragrance, unfortunately one that's not going to work very well for the heat, at least not for me. This would probably become cloying pretty quickly out in the heat, but I've been wearing it in the evening since it came in. I also think this is going to be great for, just sort of a fun evening out, a date night, something like that. I'll wear it around the house like I have been doing it. It is a unisex fragrance. I think women could enjoy it just as much as men, but it doesn't have like that overwhelming, like Bath and Body Works gourmand, artificial sweet chocolateness that you would get in, a women's lotion or a women's cheap fragrance or something like that. It's got enough going on, enough complexity that if you like gourmand fragrances, then you'll probably like this one. So pretty cool stuff. One that I will definitely wear because I love sweet fragrances, but it's one that it's so kind of playful that I probably won't get a ton of wear out of it. I will tell you this was sent over to me by Intense Oud. I do actually have a discount code down below where you can get 12% off and you can get free shipping. And whenever you take that into consideration, they actually have a very good deal on this fragrance, especially being a brand new ARMAF. So check out the link, check out the discount code. If you've tried this one, let me know your thoughts down below. I think it's just been out in the West for a very short time, maybe a couple months. It is a 2025 release. So anyway, pretty good stuff. Thanks so much to Intense Oud for sending this over. And guys, let me know what you think about it down below. I'm Justin, and this is Sillage Scents.